It was honestly an overwhelming process. Just the officers in there and the guards, it seemed scary. But my gosh, they completely changed my perspective. They push us to study. I'm very sure that they got much better grades than the students did.
Traditional college courses are typically out of reach within prison walls. But two professors at Miami-Dade College are working to change that.
There aren't a lot of opportunities for self-improvement in prisons. We know that if they have access to academics, they are less likely to return.
North Campus professors Samantha Carlo and Dr. Minka Davis-Brantley brought the Inside Out Prison Exchange Program to MDC. The program brings traditional college students and incarcerated learners together, reaching across social barriers to equalize access to higher education.
The goal of the Inside Out Prison Exchange Program is to bring outside students who are traditional college students inside prisons to take courses with incarcerated students. The inside students did very well. They came to class having read the chapters, knowing the content, having really thought-provoking questions.
But the true impact may not be the expected one.
When we talk to someone who says, this is the first time that I feel like I deserve to be treated as a human, really is something that moved us greatly.
Just hearing how we, just being there, our presence there, made them feel like a person, like something that they haven't felt in so long. It just really felt really good, like priceless.
MDC students took constitutional law or introduction to psychology alongside prison inmates at Everglades Correctional Institution. At the end of the semester, they held a graduation ceremony to recognize the academic accomplishments of the 56 students. Everyone passed.
Graduation day was so emotional. I could almost cry just thinking about it. I was crying almost the whole time. Just being able to see them on stage, I had never seen them smile as big as they were smiling on stage because it was a sense of accomplishment.
Inside Out began at Temple University in 1997 and has since grown into an international network, creating opportunities for over 35,000 inside and outside students. Currently in 46 states, the program at MDC is the first in Florida. A new semester is already underway, and they hope to add even more classes in the future. But simply providing access to higher education is not enough for these professors.
I had one student come in and had read the entire textbook by the second week of classes. Extremely dedicated, but also knowing that there will be no transcript that reflects the hard work that he put in.
The professors are working to secure additional funding for the inside students in order to cover the cost of college credit. Those interested in supporting the growth of the program can reach out for more information or visit the MDC Foundation website to donate. And students interested in participating should contact the professors.
From an academics perspective, we know that it changes their lives and the lives of their families, and not to sound too grandiose, but also it really does transform communities in the world that we live in.
Students in the SEDT film program are also getting involved, producing a documentary about Inside Out for their senior capstone project. The film will delve deeper into the story, interviewing inmates about the powerful impact of this program. For MDC in Focus, I'm Stephanie St. Combe.
Miami-Dade College performed the historic and culturally significant operetta HMS Pinafore at the McCarthy Auditorium in the Kendall campus. First released back in 1878, HMS Pinafore was the second longest running musical theater piece at the time, and features themes of classism, romance, and comedy all rolled into one production. Directed by MDC professor Misty Bermudez.
I started working at Miami-Dade College almost 7 years ago, which has been wonderful, but prior to that, I was a performing singer doing classical singing all across the country. performing with orchestras, in operas, doing other types of concert work, and I also am a founding member of Miami's vocal ensemble Seraphic Fire. I sang full seasons with them for 15 years, and I'm also on both of their Grammy-nominated albums. And now I've moved into a role of a board advisor and patron and supporter of the group as I have moved my career into education.
Professor Bermudez's talent and well-rounded experience is equally met by the production's conductor, Dr. Leo Walsh, a professor of music history and music theory at the Kendall campus, and the founder of the Alhambra Orchestra. Dr. Walsh was live conducting the MDC Wind Ensemble with the actors and performers on stage at the same time. This takes a high level of precision and coordination, as students must perform their roles perfectly to the beat of the live orchestra.
This adds another level of difficulty for the students and another level of experience, because when working with a pianist, if you commit an error, the pianist can just kind of follow you, they can just catch you. When you're working with a large ensemble of players, the music goes on no matter what mistakes you make as a singer.
Well, I mean, of course, it's all a college institution, so it's all like we have college students on stage, college students in the band, so it's also a little different because we have to, like, every night we might have a higher chance of a few little hiccups here and there, but I mean, the show must go on.
And a first-rate seaman, I'll be bound.
There's not a smarter topman in the Navy, Your Honor!
Sorry, brain fart.
I cannot sing or dance, Your Honor!
I'll be bound.
The dynamic is definitely interesting, because I think what a lot of people might not realize, it's these two like monsters coming together. You have the voice or the opera ensemble, and they're learning their parts and they're trying to evoke a certain emotion, and then you have the instrumentalists doing the same thing.
Professors incorporate modern digital practices inside and outside the classroom to stay connected and further develop their skills using applications like WhatsApp.
One of the benefits of putting on a show like this in the modern age is our technology. So first of all, being able to use recordings that exist all over the internet when inspiring and learning your music, or inspiration, you know, looking at what other productions have done. You can access 20 or 30 productions of this to look and see, like, different ways that people have felt this out. Another innovation that's really wonderful for our students is my being able to, okay, we've blocked this whole scene, I'm going to record you doing it, and I send a blast out on WhatsApp and say, study it, don't forget about these moves. That's an amazing thing that really can help the learning process.
Students are held to the highest industry standard, and their classes replicate the professional environment they'll be working in after completing their studies at the Performing Arts and Industries Department here at the Kendall campus, which offers classes in music, theater, opera, chorus, music theory, actor training, dancing, and more.
First of all, we have a wide variety of classes for our students to take in order to prepare them to give really high-level and well-prepared auditions as they move forward to whatever four-year school it is that they are hoping to go to. And even though we are a non-auditioned program, we hold our students to the same standards as the students who attend places like FIU or New World or UM. We try to hold them to those same standards because that's what they're going to experience when they leave here.
Honestly, I think Miami-Dade College was an awesome point for me to come here, because I went to a few other colleges and I just felt kind of lost. Like, I didn't know where I was what I was supposed to do, where I was supposed to go. And then I kind of just resettled back at Miami-Dade College, and they kind of just put me in order. They were like, all right, there's everything you have to do. And I started walking that path, and all the professors here have been super helpful and just like helping me lead, or just helping me, giving me new options.
Being a part of the Kendall Opera Ensemble really has shaped the way that I attack any music that I do, because being part of a choir and not moving, not dancing, not doing anything is a completely different experience than putting on a show, and you have to coordinate with all of these people, and it really does bring you out of your shell. So it's a really nice challenge to have, And I'd say it's a really great experience, and it's great for anyone who wants to give it a try.
I just felt it's a very welcoming environment here, and I've appreciated it so much. And I've learned so much here with the dance, acting, singing. There's just so much here. And it's honestly all very good, and I was surprised, to say the least.
MDC is proud to support the arts and provide a creative space where anyone in the community can develop the necessary skills to pursue their artistic dreams. Welcome to MDC in a Flash, where we give you the latest in MDC news. I'm Daniel Rodriguez. As store shelves once stocked with masks, gloves, and hand sanitizer sat empty, Miami Fashion Institute student Olivia McAteer got to work creating one-of-a-kind face masks with help from her mother Siva and younger sister Elise. So far, they have donated 200 masks to Solace Care, a behavioral health care service center in Fort Myers, and another 100 to family and friends that work in the medical field. They also gave away several masks to postal workers. The long hours making hundreds of masks was physically exhausting, but Olivia and her family were motivated by helping others. I believe that we are making everything safer by being able to offer masks to people in need, Olivia said. I hope that more people are able to see that if we can do it, they can do it as well. As part of its continued efforts to support the community throughout the COVID-19 pandemic, Miami-Dade College's Kendall and North campuses have hosted food distribution events in collaboration with local leaders and the nonprofit FarmShare, a longtime MDC partner. On May 2nd, Miami-Dade County Commissioners Daniela Levine Cava, Xavier Suarez, State Senator Annette Tadeo, and School Board member Luby Navarro helped distribute food at the Kendall campus. The North Campus also held a food distribution event on May 16th and August 25th in partnership with the Little River Farms Homeowners Association. Miami-Dade County Commissioner Jean Monestein, School Board member Dorothy Bendros Mendingle, Congresswoman Frederica Wilson, the 5,000 Role Models of Excellence Project, and United Parcel Service. On August 29th, the Kendall campus and Chambers South teamed up to distribute thousands of free face masks as part of its efforts to continue supporting the community throughout the pandemic. This event was presented in collaboration with the Chamber of Commerce for Greater South Miami-Dade. If you're looking for a cup of coffee and a new furry buddy, the Cat's Meow Cafe has you covered. Created by MDC alumni Elizabeth Gallardo to bring cat and coffee lovers together. The cafe opened March 7th in partnership with Miami-Dade Animal Services to reduce the number of homeless cats and features an open space concept outfitted with the cat trees, colorful rugs, cat mazes, tunnels, and plush seating areas. According to Gallardo, Miami has over 300,000 homeless cats, and it's up to us to make a difference. Go to catsmeowmia.com to learn more and schedule a visit. That's all for this edition of MDC in a Flash, but don't go anywhere because MDC in Focus will be right back.
As COVID-19 spread across the world, impacting millions of lives, two MDC alumni, Christine Guerin and Jessica Gutierrez, made a vow to make a difference in South Florida. What started as a few volunteers helping deliver groceries to vulnerable individuals grew into a nonprofit organization with more than 700 volunteers, helping the disenfranchised in more ways than they could have ever imagined. They call it Buddy System.
Buddy System, what it is a volunteer placement program. So it will place you with a buddy near your area. We advocate and help folks find resources for those challenges that they're facing. Help with rent or finding access to food pantries, getting access to maybe how to apply for food stamps, mental health services or legal aid services. So all these individuals that we have in our network is people who are neighbors to folks. So basically, once there is a buddy that's in need, we exchange information through email. So you'll receive an email with all of your buddies' contact info and the best way to contact them.
Building a program from the ground up to connect those in need with someone to count on during this unprecedented time of uncertainty was an extraordinary and rewarding accomplishment. But that wasn't enough for Jessica. While visiting the Bronx in New York City, she was inspired by a community project and came back to Miami with a mission to help start the Community Fridge Initiative that's currently in Harpa Food Store in Overtown and Williams Groceries on Lincoln Boulevard.
The Community Fridge Initiative is basically the idea that you place a refrigerator in a public space and that it enables food to be shared amongst those in the community. And the motto is take what you need, leave what you can. And it was started in Brooklyn by an individual named Theodis. I personally saw it in the Bronx and was really inspired and wanted to bring it back to my community of Miami. The fact that we can have this community fridge be a sustainable option for people within that community that can be filled with nutritional foods really was it was just something that dreams were made of.
Jessica acquired the confidence and skills to start the buddy system at Miami-Dade College and grew to become the person she is today through the experiences and opportunities that the college afforded her.
In terms of the kind of spirit that Jessica showed in class, I'm not surprised that she has gone on to take on something very personal and make it bigger that as a response to the pandemic. And it really, that's what gives me hope for the future when I see somebody like her.
If it weren't for my experiences, I don't think I would have had the confidence and empowerment to start the buddy system, but also many other things in my life. And I would say that my experiences at Dade were really crucial to who I am today as an individual, and it really gave me the confidence that I walk with today.
As we continue to persevere through these challenging times, people like Jessica and Christine are shining examples of how one small idea has the potential to impact many lives. We all have the ability to help our communities and neighbors together.
I personally believe that community is unity. I think it's important because at the end of the day, community is all we have. And if we don't take care of us, who's going to advocate for us? More than ever, especially with everything happening in our nation, I think it's important that we rise and stick together because there's power when we unite.
For more information on how to become a buddy and help, or request assistance from a buddy, please visit www.buddysystemmia.com. You can also follow them on Instagram and Facebook at BuddySystemMIA. For MDC in Focus, I'm Christopher Perot.
Nickelodeon's the reason I'm sitting here right now today. Nickelodeon's what inspired my love of animation growing up. When I met them for the very first time was during the pitch. I couldn't believe it. The president of Nickelodeon was in the room at that time, so I was just like, oh my gosh, okay, like, wow.
Brenna Werner found the opportunity of a lifetime at Miami-Dade College's Miami Animation and Gaming International Complex, where she developed her animated short, A Balanced Breakfast, now playing on Nickelodeon and Nick Jr. It was a dream come true, one she had carried with her since she was a child, when she first conceived the idea for the short.
A Balanced Breakfast is the story of three flavorful princess sisters named Sweet, Sour, and Salty, who all argue over what to make their parents for their anniversary breakfast. All of the girls have different tastes, and so they all think that their breakfast has to be the best one. But in the end, they learn that it's by coming together and mixing their flavors together that they get the best results of all.
A Balanced Breakfast was created as part of her capstone project, where students apply all they have learned in industry-standard technical animation programs and practices to create their own work.
Magic has all state-of-the-art technology, and it's just absolutely amazing the things that we were able to take part in. So I would say the biggest thing was Toon Boom Harmony. I think it's the best animation software in the world. It's kind of the industry standard. It's used by Nickelodeon and Netflix. I mean, shows like SpongeBob, SquarePants, My Little Pony, Adventure Time, Futurama, The Simpsons. Too many to list, really. They all use Toon Boom Harmony to animate those shows that are produced for television. We also use Adobe Creative Cloud, such as Photoshop and After Effects, to make the lovely backgrounds like you see behind me, and also to edit the film together in the end.
Magic is MDC's premier animation and gaming facility. Beyond teaching top-of-the-line industry programs and practices, students have the opportunity to pitch their projects to network executives and receive personalized mentorship from talented professionals in the animation industry.
It's a very, very important aspect of the program. The students working side by side with the industry. That's absolutely one of the most fundamental aspects of Magic. That helps the students understand what it takes to create a project, and also to push themselves to create a product that can be commercialized.
From the beginning, they were mentoring us like every step of the production process. So at first we had to approve the script. Very luckily for me, they kind of told me, you know, usually scripts go through like 16 rewrites, but girl, yours is just kind of ready out the gate. Like, they pretty much loved it. I just added like a couple extra lines. And of course, from there, it's like approving the character design. We got the approval on the castle redesign. And yeah, from there, we had to get all the props approved as well. We got to X the straw because that's not environmentally cautious, right? We introduced like balloon animals to make it like more playful, things of that nature. And then of course the music and the voice acting as well. We did the voice actors from New World School of the Arts.
It would certainly satisfy their sweet tooths. Girl, they're not gonna have any teeth left. Don't cry, sweetie pie.
Yeah, it was just quite a process. Nickelodeon helped us literally every step of the way. Every 2 weeks they were right there to give us feedback.
Getting to work directly with a television giant like Nickelodeon is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for most students, like Brenna, seeking to kickstart their animation careers. And Magic serves as that launching pad where they develop their ideas and find their own unique voice.
Because, you know, Magic has these great professors and this great software and hardware available to us at all times in the computer lab and in the classrooms, it kind of gave us those tools and resources that it's true we might not have had otherwise, because these things can be very expensive. Even my own Wacom tablet, that's the 13-inch, that cost me $1,000. I had to save up for years in order to purchase this for myself. So when I found out Magic had 22-inch ones at every computer in the school, I'm just like, wow, like, that's incredible that they're offering that to people.
After all their hard work to bring a balanced breakfast to life, Brenna's dream came true when Nickelodeon selected her animated short to premiere on Nickelodeon and Nick Jr.
We love Brenna's idea, Brenna's pitch from the very beginning. She's a very enthusiastic animator, and she was able to solve the story. You can tell that it's very personal, it's very deep for her.
When we're looking for projects with Nickelodeon, I think the messaging is really important. A lot of our shows and series have a lot of girl power, and Brenna's story, A Balanced Breakfast, had all of that plus a king. So we really enjoyed the story, like Miriam said, from the very beginning.
Having my cartoon air on Nickelodeon is nothing short of the representation of my lifelong dream coming true. You know, it was Nicktoons that inspired me growing up to first kind of have that love for animation and pursue a creative career in animation. Series like Avatar: The Last Airbender, SpongeBob SquarePants, Hey Arnold, Jimmy Neutron, all these amazing, amazing shows. They just were so formative to me in my life. They really gave me, you know, kind of a moral compass. They helped me make friends and bond with others who shared the same interests and the same passions. And, you know, I really owe so much to Nickelodeon as it is for me to even be sitting here today. So the chance to get to work with them and air something on their channel is just legendary. I feel like I could die happy. I feel like it's the culmination of everything I ever hoped for or worked for. They are absolutely champions of animation innovation and amazing entertainment. And so I'm really, really proud to be any small part of their legacy. I know what it's like to be from a low-income family. I know what it's like to struggle for your dreams and the things that you want in life. And so to give people that kind of access to those things and that head start in life is just absolutely amazing.
From MDC in Focus, I'm Isabella Cunningham.